Welcome to Lanterns Live. It's early in the morning, and we have our first footage of Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner in Superman, directed by James Gunn. I'm very excited. I am very hopeful. Stevie's here live, and she says, what a great trailer. She's cautiously optimistic. She's also shining her blue light. Chris is here. Agree, Chris. I'm not going to go through the whole trailer, but I'm very, very excited. Me and Stevie went through it this morning and kind of paused as best we could on the Apple TV to see everything. Very excited about Mr. Terrific, Hawk Girl, Metamorpho. There's a shot of Metamorpho in there, which is great. Crypto looks amazing. I know it's CG animated, but the expressions and stuff, it's really, really adorable, and I like it. But the reason we're here is to talk about Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner. I believe the first live action Guy Gardner, pretty comic accurate as far as the face and hair go. The costume we've seen before. I believe Chris and I discussed that on a previous episode, one of the first episodes with the leaked footage, or the leaked behind the scenes set photos. I gotta say, I kind of dig it. So what I did, I'm not going to do the whole trailer here. You probably already watched it anyway, but what I did do was I looped this 2-second clip. Not even 2 seconds, it's like 2 shots, but it's like maybe a second long. So I'm going to take a look at it, and we're just going to keep watching it over and over again. I have this loop for 30 seconds, so I might have to restart it. But here we are. It's definitely Guy Gardner, and I got to be honest, here, let me pause this and see if I can't, get this in there frame by frame. It looks like Superman's down on his luck. He's at Stag Industries, and here is, Hawk Girl and Guy. The bowl haircut looks pretty good. I prefer the shorter sides, but seriously, who am I to complain that there's a Guy Gardner in a live action Superman movie, and he has the bowl cut. It's such an odd look in real life. I'm trying to see if I can get a good look at this ring, because I'm sure there will be prop replicas of it, and we get barely a frame. Let me see if I can pause it right on the head before it's get obstructed by the construct. There we go. That's a little bit better. So what it looks like is it's the chunky style Green Lantern emblem ring, as opposed to the round emblem ring that we normally see. It actually looks a lot like, here, let me grab this without knocking anything over. I'm sure I will. Come on. It kind of looks like the GL movie version. It's a nice, big, chunky ring, which I like quite a bit. I think, you see me wearing these all the time, but I think I do prefer this style of ring. This one doesn't fit me because it's made for kids, but I do prefer the emblem style ring as opposed to the circle style ring. So this looks pretty cool. It does flash pretty quickly, as does everything else. Let's see if I can just get up here. Let's talk about this, the way it looks, the constructs. Brighter. It actually looks like it's emitting light. It's brighter than what we saw in the Ryan Reynolds film in 2011. I like this version more. It also looks better than what we saw from Jade in Stargirl. So this, it's almost like a lightsaber. It's white with a green glow around it. I think it looks perfect. It's reflecting off the floor. That's a nice detail. And whatever Superman's going through, Guy Gardner is being a good dude and using a construct to sort of obscure the view of the public, which is weird because Guy Gardner is so self-centered that he would probably love to have people watching him hang out with Superman. I'm going to take out this spring. I haven't taken it out in a long time, but yeah, it's similar to this chunk from the 2011 movie, which I really like. I should wear this sometime. Oh, it's too small. I have big fingers. So as we look at this, what does everybody think? Like, are you cool with this? Like, I know these outfits are some kind of uniform. That's not a traditional Hawk Girl uniform. That's not a traditional Guy Gardner uniform. But it seems like they're part of this. We checked it out. Chris and I checked it out. What that emblem actually means. I think it's Cord Industries. It's not Cord Industries. It's something else. But I mean, it's pretty much Guy. You can see that he is wearing a vest. It just has the long sleeves underneath it. Chris says he's loving it. Yeah, I think I'm okay with it. What's funny is when we saw the set photos, the leaked set photos, we saw a guy walking with Hawk Girl through the park, and they were wearing the same outfit, and it looks like maybe it's a continuation from that scene because Superman was surrounded by a crowd. So I don't know how much Guy Gardner is going to be in the movie based on this like split second clip and the behind the scenes footage that we've seen, or the behind the scenes photos that we've seen. It feels like it's all part of one scene. So maybe Guy is really only in it as a small part. Maybe he's not in it a lot. But there's like a kaiju in this trailer. And I feel like if Superman's going to be fighting a kaiju, like you're going to want to have like as many Justice League members as you can. We do see some Hawk Girl action immediately following this clip in the trailer. Another thing I want to mention is that, of course, I don't have sound on this because I did loop it so many times that this sound would be annoying. But we do not hear what the ring sounds like, which I'm really interested in hearing. I really want to hear what the ring sounds like. I like the version that they used in the Green Lantern, the animated series. There was an old audiobook from Graphic Audio that is a Kyle Rayner story, Hero Quest. And I really liked the power ring sounds in that. I also hope that the ring talks. It's one of my favorite things in the comics is that the ring talks like as an AI. That really didn't happen in either the movie or the animated series. But if they're going to go with a bowl cut and go like full on like crazy Guy Gardner with this, then I hope they stick to the comics and have the ring be able to talk and give status updates and stuff like that. Soups can take a kaiju. Also, I think kaiju is code for something. Kaiju, I mean, Steve Agee mentioned a kaiju in the Suicide Squad. And I think I don't know what this kaiju is. I don't know what Lex Luthor has to do with all this. Did Lex Luthor, does he create these things? I don't know. But I'm just hoping, since we saw Hawk Girl in that fight, I'm really hoping we get a lot of Green Lantern action. The last time we saw Green Lantern in the movies was Zack Snyder's Justice League, and that one, it was like a split second. But the thing I liked about it was the comic accurate Green Lantern emblem, sort of light popping out from the costume, and the way the ring looked when the Lantern got his hand cut off and the ring took off, and looking for a replacement Lantern. T.O. Jones says, looks cheap. Let's be real. I don't think it does. And I think you're garbage. So go fuck off. I'm going to ban user and you're gone. See ya. I don't have time for negativity. This is a Green Lantern show. There's not a lot of Green Lantern shows out there. There's nothing but love for Green Lantern. And I mean, yeah, there's a room for criticism. Again, for me, I don't like the sides of the hair, and I'd prefer a classic costume, but that's constructive criticism. You don't come in hot saying something is garbage. That is not constructive at all. If you have something to say, let's have a conversation. But yeah, don't be an a-hole. Come in here, have fun, it's comic books. You know, like let's enjoy it. Like, look at this. Never in my wildest dreams did I think that we would see a live action Guy Gardner in like a top tier movie. Like, this is ridiculous. Like it just is baffling to me. Scott D is here this morning. Paul says, not my first pick to play Guy, but man, I hope this delivers. Constructive criticism. Love it. I actually agree. When I heard that Nathan Fillion was cast as Guy Gardner, I was like, oh, like I had someone like Channing Tatum in mind, like a real sort of like jock, funny, someone that can play arrogant. I pictured him with the bowl cut, and I'm like, he would be like the perfect, you know, college football playing cop, teacher, whatever whatever occupation that you latch onto in the comics, because I know he's had a couple. But I pictured someone like that, someone younger. Yeah, Nathan Fillion's a bit older, but you know what? Like, I think he's got the right attitude to play Guy. I think he could do sarcasm really well. Yeah, Sean Patrick Flannery from Boondock Saints. That's great. Yeah. I think what's great about Guy is he's kind of broad strokes, a-hole, like kind of jerk. So anybody that has like a really strong, aggressive personality acting wise can play the role. There's not a lot of nuance to Guy. So, you know, Nathan Fillion's in every James Gunn movie. You know, he's, you know, been fan cast as Hal, for as long as I could remember. So a chance for him to play, a Green Lantern here is probably something that he's excited about. It's probably an option. It would, like, I'm sure James Gunn presented with the option of playing Guy, and he jumped at the chance. Yeah, Stevie agrees. Sean Patrick Flannery, he would be good. Yeah, like I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it because Guy Gardner is such like a lower tier Green Lantern. I think it's a character that can just be fun. And Nathan Fillion is fun. Again, I never saw him as Hal Jordan, even though he played Hal Jordan in Emerald Knights, the animated anthology film. But I think he'll be really good as Guy. I'm really excited. The details are there. The face he's making is really funny. It looks like he looks a little bit older, but it looks like a drawing of Guy Gardner. So yeah. Yeah, Calum says there's hundreds of giant monsters in the DC that can be considered kaiju. Yeah, I mean, I need to finish watching Creatures Commandos. It's just I've been really busy lately, but yeah, I mean, like Starro, the way Starro was handled in the Suicide Squad, James Gunn's previous DC movie, I thought was really well done. And I don't know. I just want to see more Green Lantern action. I'm hoping we get a lot more Guy. Clearly, he's swooping in behind Superman in this building. And so he must have been part of that fight. But, like, Superman's clearly down on his luck. Someone threw a can at him. And I think making Guy older and making Guy, you know, Guy's forever been, like, the butt of the joke. Nobody really cares for Guy in the Justice League. There's some, but the fact that he's the guy coming to Superman when Superman's like clearly being shit on, I think he's a good person to sort of be like, hey, dude, listen, I get shit on all the time. Don't worry, you'll be fine. Callum says Gunn's type of humor might actually work for Guy Gardner. I think so as well. I mean, even look at like the Suicide Squad, what Nathan Fillion did in that with Detachable Man. Is great. Yeah, I think it's going to be fine. Will's here. He says, I think this is fire. Stoked. I think it's great. Will, what do you think of the construct? It looks good, right? It might be the best on-screen construct we've seen. I felt like the Ryan Reynolds movie, the construct wasn't really light. It was just a green object, but this is actually like light, which is very exciting to me. Again, like a lightsaber. So if anybody doesn't have any more thoughts or wants to keep the conversation going, I'm going to take off because I need to eat some breakfast. But let me know what you think in the comments. Let's just loop this again a few more times. Just keep it going. I'll just keep it going the rest of the way. Will says he thinks the CG is great. I think Guy telling people here to back off Superman and probably give him a pep talk. I mean, that's what Guy is pretty good for, like, right? Pep talks. Like, I feel like that's what's going on. It's so little information as far as Green Lantern goes. And I said it on my last episode. I said, if they have a single frame of Green Lantern, I'm doing an episode, and that's where we are. So there's not a lot to go off of, but I'm really excited because I always say it like, you know, this Lantern series, we've been waiting for years for this Lantern series come out. And I've always said, yeah, show me footage before I believe it's going to happen. And we just got footage of this. So it's going to happen. We're going to get some Guy Gardner. Scott D says no sign of Chip. Yeah, what's with that squirrel on the set in the behind the scenes leaked photos? Hoping it's Chip. If Chip, you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. Like, seriously, like, and this is, I'm not going to be disappointed if it doesn't happen. But remember in Spider-Man, what was it? No Way Home, where it showed one Spider-Man fighting like all the bad guys in the trailer. But in the movie, it was 3 Spider-Men in the same shot. So I'm wondering, what if this shot, Chip is also here? If you can find any clues, let me know. If there's a weird sort of blind spot in here where Chip would be. I mean, you have Mr. Terrific, you have Guy Gardner. We know Hawkgirl shows up, but that door is still open. So is that room for Chip to fly in? This is all conspiracy theory, but I'm going to go ahead and say I am hopeful that Chip is in the movie. I feel like that'd make me really happy because I mean, I never thought Guy Gardner would be in a movie, but let alone Chip. I really love the color grading. It looks and feels like a comic book. Yeah, that's what I think too. To the person that said it looked cheap, I think it looks almost like the Suicide Squad. It looks like it was shot like the Suicide Squad. Bright costumes, bright colors. You know, it's the opposite of Zack Snyder's movies. But listen, I like Zack Snyder's movies. There's nothing wrong with it. You know, I can read like 3 different versions of a Green Lantern story. You can read like the Green Lantern, what was it, Dark, or any of those like Elseworld stories. I like that you can have different versions. I liked that Ben Affleck was Batman. I thought his Batman was great. I liked the way he did the blue and gray suit in Flash, while at the same time Robert Pattinson was wearing a black suit in another one. Like there's different flavors of DC, which I really, really appreciate. There's a thing with Marvel where I feel like all their movies look the same, and I'm not really cool with that aesthetic. I do like that DC movies, much like the comics, are artist focused. So this looks like a James Gunn movie. So, you know, the way like Mike Allred would draw something as opposed to the way like Todd McFarlane would draw something. They could draw the same character and it'd be 2 completely different things. I do like that the Snyder versions are that thing. It's a darker, more serious look, and this looks more like a traditional Silver Age comic. So, with that being said, I am halfway through Green Lantern War Journal, and I will be discussing this next week live here on Lanterns Live, and I hope you join me for that. If there's anything that comes up at all revolving around any of the DC, Superman, Green Lantern stuff, if anything pops up at all, I'll be there to cover it. If anything gets brought up with Lanterns, the TV show, I'll be there. So come back, and I appreciate everybody for showing up and being cool, except for that one guy. But he's gone. He's gone. But thank you so much. And until next time, beware my podcast. It's Lanterns Live. Bye.
Everything from clothing to household items are getting more expensive each day. The world of fast fashion has complicated clothing production by shipping cheap parts around the world to whoever can sew them the cheapest. And now you, the consumer, are paying the price with rising costs. American Giant is about keeping things simple and close to home. They aren't affected by tariffs because their products never leave the U.S. Skip the tariff and snag yourself American-made clothing with American Giant. Get 20% off your first order when you use promo code STAPLE20 at American-Giant.com. That's 20% off when you use code STAPLE20 at American-Giant.com.